Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Ajay Pandya Show, built for high achievers. Have you ever noticed there is a king in your thinking? Think about it. There is a king in your thinking. Had you ever noticed it? Pause and reflect. This king in your thinking can make you the real king, or it also has the power can trash you on the roads. Welcome back to the Ajay Pandya Show, and we are talking about high achievers operating systems today. And the first operating system that we are going to focus is on the inner operating system. The high achievers inner operating system, the inner game that we all play. Having discussed about your goals and dreams earlier, now we must understand how high achievers really achieve their dreams and goals. To do that, they develop a mastery over their inner game. They develop an inner operating system that is unshakable. How the inner operating system is being built? Let us unpack this, simplify this, and discuss this in our daily language. The way you think about things, your outcome takes a shape in that direction. How you think about things, how you feel about things, you behave accordingly. Think about it again. How you think about things, feel about things, you behave or you act accordingly. So your thoughts, your emotions shape your destination. And that is how your self-talk is also built. How your self-talk is, how do you talk to yourself every single day? You have an interview after an hour, how do you talk to yourself? You have an important discussion, lying over with a client after some time, how do you talk to yourself? You have a game to play, you are participating in an event, how you talk to yourself and how you feel about that entire thing plays a very important role. Shapes the reality, shapes the outcome, shapes the destination. So it is a conflict within you. While being even in your self-talk, it is a conflict within you that continues forever. As long as we are awake, there is some thoughts going on. Right? Sometimes when we think about something repeatedly, time and again, we call it overthinking. I'll come back to this. Whenever you are about to start a new project, you are into a new idea, maybe you are about to do something very important and crucial in your business. Or may you want to take a pause and break from everything that you are doing and want to make a fresh start. In all these things, don't you sometimes wonder, or there is someone inside you asks you, can you really do this? Have you ever done this? There is a lot going on inside. Are you capable of doing this? Do you have the skills required to do this? Is there anybody in your family have ever done it? A lot of things happens, isn't it? And maybe you talk to your friends or maybe your family and they see you from a long time and they tell you, can you do this? No. Think about it again. Don't jump into it. Sometimes you must be knowing these high achievers in their own field. People have always tried to stop them. But the stop that people has attempted to create, before that, they have stopped themselves within. So that conflict I was talking about inside you is with who? Is the another version of you. So it is a conflict, it's a fight between you and you going on. The tussle between you and you. One you says that you can do it. One you who believes in the power of your dreams. One you who believes in the power of your goals, your ability to figure it out. And the other you who doubts. And the other you who believes in the comments of your friends, who believes in the world. And the other you tells you, hold on. You can't do it. Now, once this fight gets intense, trust me, the one you which will win the one you which will win inside, the outer game will be won accordingly. So, as I initiated this discussion, this is about playing the inner game first. This is about building that inner operating system first. So, it is about working on your self talk first, working on how you interact with yourself every single day. What is overthinking? Ask yourself. I mean, we talk these days very frequently. Like I am going through a lot of overthinking. What is overthinking? Overthinking is nothing but your self-talk in the negative direction. Your self-talk in a direction that is not helping you to grow. That is not helping you to overcome your limitations. So how can we break through this overthinking? How can we break through this negative self-talk and rise to become the king? Coming back to where I started from this episode. Have you ever noticed the king in thinking? Your thinking is so damn powerful. You do underestimate it, you undermine it, you think it's just my thinking. But your thinking is feeding the king inside it. You feed the king negatively, you are creating the devil inside you who becomes more powerful and your life becomes miserable. But you're feeding the king inside you with positivity, with courage, with acknowledging the challenges, by empowering yourself with the skills, the knowledge, the attitude which is required. Means you are empowering the king to fight the devil inside you. And once that king wins inside you, you will become the king of your life. Write it somewhere. In order to become the king of your life, you must make the king in your thinking win. Period. Pause, reflect, and think about it. Let us look at how can we make this journey even more powerful to build our inner operating system, our high achievers DNA so strong that we will remain unshakable and continue having the intention that we had set, continue believing in the direction that we had created, continue believing in the connection that we established with our heart, and we will work on execution. The strategy and the roadmap that can help us achieve our goals and dreams of our life. While building this inner operating system, let us get out of the emotional zone and dive deeper into the engineering zone. What does that mean? Means building on a system, building on the methods, mechanism, or creating the tools that can help us to create a wonderful inner engineering system. Now, high achievers follow a 5 steps formula to build their inner operating system. Unless you do not build that inner operating system, it is very difficult to face the challenges and the hardships that may come in your way while working towards your goals. Number 1, aware. Number 2, disrupt. Number 3, reboot. Number 4, upgrade. And number 5, align. Let's unpack this entire operating system slowly. Number 1 is aware. What does awareness means? It is not a new word for you. But under this context, when we talk about your self-talk, we talk about your inner conflict. Be aware about what is it telling you. What is your state of mind? What is your self-talk? What are your level of emotions that you are experiencing? Think about this. Make some notes. Write it down. Be the first step towards building this inner operating system is be aware about what is going on in your life. What is going on around you. Now, even before getting into the second step, disrupt. If we don't know what is going on, how will we disrupt it? First, we must know what is going on. What kind of environment that we are into? What kind of knowledge that we have? What is the attitude that we carry towards working in the direction of achieving our goals and dreams? Being aware about your emotional quotient and your intellectual capabilities and your skills and your abilities to figure things out plays a very important role. Now let's get into step number 2, disrupt. Now when you know that this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm experiencing, this is what is happening in my life right now, now create a disruption. Create 2 separate categories. What is helping me? What is not helping me? What do I mean? This thought, this feeling, is it helping me? Are these line of thoughts and feelings helping me or not helping me? If it is not helping me, stop it. Or even find where is the root. Sometimes when we look at certain negative thoughts, negative feelings that we have, if we go deeper and find the root of it, then we will reach, it comes from our fear of failure. It also comes from our fear of rejection. It also comes from our fear of wanting to prove ourselves. Our fear of success as well. Even the insecurities that we have built over a period of time could be from our childhood, could be during the days we have grown in our life. The difficulties that we have experienced or the challenges we have faced have given a shape to the way how we experience the emotions. In order to create a disruption, we must be aware first. Then, in the step of disrupt, we see what's working and what's not working. Remove what's not working and work with what's working. Let me tell you a short story over here. There was a group of frogs walking through a forest, a dark, dense forest. They were just walking through during the daytime. 2 of those frogs fell into a pit, a deeper one. They fell into the pit. Seeing that, the other frogs surrounded that hole and started shouting, "Oh, you are gone. You cannot come out anymore. You won't be able to come out. Just give up." There's a lot of pain. These 2 frogs started jumping again and again to come out. But this pit was so deep that even if they tried hard, they could not come out. They could not. Now, listening to the words of these frogs surrounding that place, one of the frogs slowly reduced its effort, stopped for a while, tried a couple of more times, but slowly, the more he failed, the more he believed in the other frogs' voices. Those voices of the other frogs started speaking as if those were his own voice. You can't do it. You cannot jump. You cannot come out. This is a big, deep pit. You do not have the ability to come out. And, my dear friends, unfortunately, the frog believed in those words as if those were his own words, those were his own commands telling him that you cannot do it. And that's how the story of that frog ends. Stop, huh? There is another frog inside. And that frog is also listening to the same story, is also listening to the same words. But that frog, for a while, acted as if he is deaf. kept on jumping, kept on trying hard, kept on trying this side, that side. After a very good number of attempts, the frog came out with success. And the other frogs, they clapped as well. But this one, interestingly, he kept walking. He didn't want to stand there and acknowledge or talk to these people. However, few frogs from the behind kept running behind this frog and asked, how could you come out? We were telling you that you cannot. You know what happened? He turned, looked at them, smiled, and say, what? I am deaf. I can't hear you. And walked away. Now, my dear friends, in life, people will tell you, your friends, your family, your clients, or vendors, anybody, you, in your business, maybe your partner, anybody for that matter, can tell you that you cannot do something, or you're not capable of doing something, or it's not in your ability, it's not in your zone to achieve something. But it is the choice that you make and the decision that you take will shape the destiny of your life. The choices you make, the decisions you take will shape the destiny of your life. So what did that frog choose? Not to hear anything. What do you choose today? From this episode, what do you choose today? You chose to have that thought which pushes you down, well, tells you you cannot do it, or you choose those thoughts and those feelings who tells you build that high achievers version of you, that new big version of you, and continue working hard for next 100 days, next 100 days without being distracted, focusing only on your goals and your dream. My dear friends, after being aware, after being able to disrupt, after being able to value that king in your thinking, the third step comes. That's the step to reboot. Wherein you pause, you close your eyes, you take those long, deep breathe in and breathe out. And you tell yourself, you master your self-talk. You understand where you need to focus. And you reboot with the right skills, with the right knowledge and the right attitude. Yeah, you need all this, certainly. For achieving any milestone, you need to prepare yourself to become the person who will achieve that. From the beginning of this podcast, I have been advocating the concept of who you are becoming is more important than what do you want. Once you start focusing on who you are becoming, what do you want will be achieved. Certainly. Write it and place it on the wall. And remember to focus on what truly matters to you. So when you are rebooting, reboot with the right temperament, right knowledge, right skills, and the right system. We will continue building them. Even in our next episode, we will talk about building the outer game. We will talk about building the outer operating system. Like today we are talking about building the inner operating system. We'll talk about building the outer operating system. So let's talk about the step number 4, upgrade. There are 3 areas under upgrade I will like you to focus. How our thoughts, emotions, our behavior shapes based on 3 E's: our education, our experience, and our environment. So the books that we read, the knowledge that we acquire by working with different people, or what we consume every day. Let me expand it in a simple manner that you will understand. How you consume the content every day could be on the television, could be on your mobile phones. What is the kind of content you consume every day? Is it contributing towards developing your inner skills, or it is for just passing the time? What kind of content you are consuming? And number two, what is the kind of books that you read? Why a lot of successful people emphasizing on reading books? If you search, you can look for there was a time in my own life that I used to focus on reading books, 3 to 4 books every single month. However, like some time goes by and the frequency have reduced in my life. But what I want you to focus on is, what is the kind of books that you read, and what is the kind of books that you need to read to reboot your system, to upgrade your system. And the third important thing is, what is the kind of people you are surrounded by? Your friends, your family, your colleagues, your clients, people who you work with, all those matters the most. Because slowly, the kind of people you are surrounded by, or the kind of people you live with, you are becoming like those people. Here is a point for you to reflect. The kind of books you read, the kind of content you consume, and the kind of people you are surrounded by is creating that version of you. Whether you need that version of you or do not need that version of you, you need to ask yourself. You need to ask yourself. So today when you sit down, you reflect and see, what is the kind of books that you read? What is the kind of people you are surrounded by? What is the kind of content you are consuming? Because that is shaping the way you think. That is shaping the DNA of either you are becoming the high achiever or you are becoming the failure. Now let's look at our final step, align. Now when you are looking at being aware, disrupt, reboot, upgrade, and align. Aligning with your intention, aligning with the direction, aligning with the connection with your heart, and aligning with the execution. And that is where your 100-day system comes. We had introduced 100-day system in our earlier episode. Today I'm still advocating that because I want you to focus on that 100 days at a time. Focus on that. But if you want to build that self-talk, focus on 1 day at a time. Now, one day, together 1 day becomes those 100 days, right? So it doesn't happen overnight. It requires that 100 days focus on one single goal and ensure you're achieving it is the real game. We'll discuss further about all these things, about building your outer operating system, the high achievers outer operating system, in the next episode in detail. But today, before we go, I want you to sit down, reflect on your self-talk, reflect on what you are overthinking about, what is helping you, what is not helping you, and write down these 5 steps: aware, disrupt, reboot, upgrade, and align. And link all these 5 steps to develop your inner operating system by focusing on your goals. By focusing on those goals which you want to achieve in next 100 days or in next 1 year. That's the work I'm giving you. When we meet next time in our next episode, don't forget what you noticed at the beginning. There is a king in your thinking. So ensure you treat that king well, ensure you feed that king well, because that king can either make you powerful or can trash you on the road. My dear friends, Ajay Pandya signing off here. Until next time, remember, lead yourself, care for the others, and inspire the world. Keep smiling, keep rising. Thank you.